Tinubu begged to release Nnamdi Kanu fears sanction as he faces big questions over Kanu's release. Big questions are now being asked to Bola Ahmed Tinubu over the delay for Nnamdi Kanu's release. What actually is these very questions? My dear listeners, I greet you. I greet you, benevolent ladies, very day. Thank you so much for time spent listening to me. Even if what I'm saying is not actually what you really wish to hear, please, I still beg you to still give me your listening ear, because information, they say, is wealth. Every nonsense, there is always a sense. I beg. Make we enter inside the content as Bola Ahmed Tinubu faces a very big question concerning the freedom of the IPOB leader. Here we have the mighty men in the studio, the men that knows how to make it happen. So, and also we have Shore in the building too, who claim they deny him entry into the court. Big things just happen, my people. I bet we're gonna spend me this very time as I drop this very video. Let's watch this.
Yoruba. It now appears as if it's a war between the Yoruba tribe and the Igbo tribe. It shouldn't be like that.
Well, I'd like to discuss a few topics here. Some Nigerians are now calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. We're seeing these hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu all over social media, including Vice President Atiku Abubakar, activist Omoyele Leshora, and other Southeast leaders. And I know that this is coming especially after we saw reports from the North Katsina State, specifically, of officials holding peace meetings with terrorist leaders under Operation Safe Corridor with pledges of reconciliation. Meanwhile, we know that Nnamdi Kanu, who I believe was discharged at one point in 2022 by the Court of Appeal, remains in detention. And these are the conversations that we're seeing online. Now, how do you reconcile these apparent double standard in the government's approach in dealing with Nnamdi Kanu's case? Do you believe there's any sort of ethnic or regional dimension to how the federal government treats security challenges in the Southeast versus the Northwest?
Thank you very much for that question, Roger. Clearly, Section 40 of the Nigerian Constitution as amended guarantees the right to peaceful assembly and association. So I'm very happy that despite the veil and the veil of silence that has existed all over the country, Nigerians are waking up to their responsibility and demanding for justice for Nnamdi Kanu. And if it takes for them to have a peaceful protest, then that's what it will take. I've endorsed that we also speak up now. But the truth is that in Nigeria there appear to exist two sets of rules. One specifically for the Igbos and another for the other Nigerians, especially in the administration of criminal justice in Nigeria, where an Igbo man, goes through a whole lot of challenges than any other tribe in Nigeria. That bias, I don't know where it exists and comes from, maybe since after the post-Civil War. But we are all Nigerians, regardless of our ethnic backgrounds, regardless of our cultural backgrounds. The same right that exists for a Northerner, for a Yoruba man, for any other tribe otherwise minded, is the same right that should exist for the Igbo man. There shouldn't be any special exceptions. Look at what we are fighting is even to get treatment. There are a whole lot of people in that gap previously that were held by the state that didn't demand them to go overseas to get treatment for their ailments. But in Nnamdi, it says that we have to go 10 steps further.
This is the most powerful CCTV camera you will see today in Nigeria. Yes, businessmen, church owners.
Sometimes challenges, uphill task to even get the government to consider giving adequate medical treatment to Nnamdi Kanu. You also look at in the administration of criminal justice, the charges that have been put forth to Nnamdi Kanu, when others that were also in the same gap were pardoned or exonerated by the court at the determination of the court, they were free. But Nnamdi Kanu has been subjected for 10 years in trial. 10 years in trial, and to no end would that happen. So, but as of today, all the Nigerians are coming together to say enough is enough. Look at the recent pardon of Mr. President. He pardoned everybody, even those who are drug lords, those who have murdered people in the country. Yet Nnamdi Kanu has not been proved either through the court testimonies of witnesses or otherwise, that he has committed any offense. Yet he has been subjugated and he has been subjected to almost like his rights as a person have been dehumanized. So what we are asking for is for the government to be able to look critically on the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, to ensure that fundamentally that this is the aspirations and hope of people, especially of the Igbo tribe, that if Nnamdi Kanu is released, it will bring about it will bring security in the Southeast, it will enhance productivity, and at the same time allow the Igbos to freely be released in various activities that Igbos are running away from because of high crime and criminality, banditry and assassination. So for Mr. President, it will also help Mr. President consolidate his goodwill in the Southeast. But for him, and then you look at, I'm sorry to say it, but when you look at his prosecution team, every member of his prosecution team are Yoruba. So the judge is Yoruba. It now appears as if it's a war between the Yoruba tribe and the Igbo tribe. It shouldn't be like that. So for us, it is critically important for the government to be circumspect about this, and the Igbos are asking for it, and that this is our hope and aspiration, that the president can consider universally the release of Nnamdi Kanu so the Southeast can return to peace, and Nnamdi Kanu can come to his family and be engaged in productive activities as he has been previously. That is no that he is demanding and demanding for the welfare and well-being of his people is not a crime. Anybody can demand for the betterment of their people. After all, their people, which are the Igbos themselves, have felt exceedingly marginalized in this project called Nigeria. But we are Nigerians. We need to come together and work together, hand in hand, to ensure that what is good for the other tribes and what is good for every other person is also good for the Igbo man, and begin to stop this hatred, biases that occur when it's an Igbo man than otherwise stated. So I'm pleading to Mr. President, I'm pleading.
Go ahead. You were saying you're pleading to Mr. President, but I wanted to take on
with Mr. President to take a second look at the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. When Nnamdi Kanu was initially arrested, he was 46 or 47 years old, and now he's about 57 years old, and still in detention, still on trial. And it is important that we will bring all the spectacle to a conclusion and free Nnamdi Kanu as we are demanding for.
I wanted to take you up on that review made about the president granting clemency to 175 inmates and ex-convicts. Now, you know that the presidency is defending this as a legitimate exercise of constitutional powers of mercy. Now, given that you have been authorized by Nnamdi Kanu to interface with the federal government on his behalf, do you believe, now considering that he had, that Court of Appeal had discharged him in 2022, do you believe that Nnamdi Kanu should be a candidate for presidential clemency as well? Is that what you're suggesting? Have you explored this avenue?
The clemency starts with a conviction. Nnamdi Kanu has yet to be convicted in any court in Nigeria. Rather, he's been acquitted. Those charges against him has been discharged by a Nigerian court. The problem previously was Nigerian court were adamant and were not obeying court orders. So we want this president, like I said, to be circumspect as to many discharges that has happened in the case of Nnamdi Kanu. But on the whole, the president should be holistic. What is the best interest for the Southeast, for peace and stability in the Southeast, to have a reduction in high crime and criminality, banditry and assassination starts from the release of Nnamdi Kanu. So it is important that the president understands that the Southeast must have to be made whole, that we can no longer continue to remain in silence and think that everything is going to be better. So what I'm pleading with Mr. President is, if he's listening today, Mr. President, we know that you are the original Jagaban, that you have the authority, constitutional authority, to bring these matters to a close by you invoking Section 174 of the Constitution to ensure that the discontinuation of the trial, let us sit on a table, political round table, and seek common solutions to this. The Southeast are asking unequivocally for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. The entire Nigerians, as you will see, maybe on October 20th, will come out in droves to demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. I believe that the president is a listening and attentive president, and I'm sure that he has had various voices, and I'm sure that he's also looking for a solution on how to be able to solve this issue. I said previously that I'll make myself available.
Will Tinubu really pay attention? Will he really pay attention? Will he really listen? A lot of people have been talking and been saying a lot about Nnamdi Kanu's freedom and why Tinubu is delaying it. Even threats has even coming. Threat has coming. You saw the first video that displayed in this very channel. That's the protest introduced by Omoyele Sowore. Yes, according to Sowore, in that very video, he was saying that he came to the court and they refused him from entering because they actually knew what his intention actually is. With the look of things, if this Nnamdi Kanu's detention in DSS prison continues, it will lead to revolution, because now the people are really taking it to revolution. Yes, if you check the way and the manner protest is being done now concerning Nnamdi Kanu, it's now becoming bloody. I'm telling you. Now, international world, global bodies, and the world powers are involving, and they are all supporting Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. So now, if Nigerians says no, what do you expect? Hey, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, don't take this country to another war, because this country is not ready for any fucking war. I beg. Make let me share this video, make it go viral, make them know wetin Tinubu do. We make them call him to court. Thank you.